Hi everyone, it's Nubian Sun Ra back with another video. Thank you all for watching, for supporting. Quiet as kept is felt, you know. And today I just wanted to have some random topic throwing conversation. Informative videos. And I just want to start with saying, I noticed that whenever there's a darker energy that is born onto this earth, it's like a censored type of signal that's sent out. And it's the same with chosen ones. But this is like a different kind of assignment for these kind of children. So that means it's like a different kind of attack, And these kind of children need to be protected. And it's so easy for these children to be recruited by real dark and wicked energies, because of the potential of this energy of the child that is born, could be, descendant of that product of energy, but down the line, as they reincarnate, clearing out karmic debts, the energy might get lighter, but it's still hunted, and we only think that chosen ones are the only ones that's hunted. And I just noticed that we are only hunted because of a certain assignment. Once you are on a different assignment, you are hunted in a different way. Being hunted is various amounts of, or various kinds of tactics, So that's why it's important to know that you are just a piece of the chess game or whatever, It's like, stay in your lane, you are your author, the author of your story, and other people are just the characters, so you never know what anyone else got going on but you, right? That's focusing on yourself. But whenever you want to get to know things outside of yourself and other people, and like be able to put yourself in other people's shoes, or just be aware of different lifestyles, circumstances, energies, all of those different terminologies, whenever you do that, you are being, they say it's nosiness in a way, but it's educating yourself, so you'll know a little bit on or of someone that might not look like you, or do the things you do, live the way you live, like it's like a different tribe in a way, So these kind of children, not to get off topic, but I'm going back on topic. These kind of children are born, and they have an assignment, and they are being hunted in different ways. And I just noticed that they are more prone to having unhealthy habits and doing wicked things, and they're more prone to be out of their right mind, basically. So they have to be protected, because on their journey of reincarnation, a lot of them are on a path to redemption, like getting their bloodline or their own soul contract in order, so they might come out as like a darker energy, but this lifetime or the next lifetime after this one, they're working towards clearing and healing and cleaning, so they are attacked. And when they are attacked, it's even more fatal, because dark energies attract dark energies, So imagine walking around with a darker energy but good intentions, and you just want to do better, and you are being attacked by darker energies trying to bring you down back to where point A was, or whatever, something like that. That's just like a example, so you can like create the picture in your mind, but it's something like that, and it's different than with chosen ones, because yes, we get attacked, to be brought down and things like that, but we have a whole lot of protection, and the protection is so thick and strong, and sometimes like children are born here with protection, but their protection is limited due to certain circumstances, so I just feel like they have to, these kind of children are special in their own way, and they need to be protected. They need to be able to be taught how to sustain righteousness in their right mind, and how to balance themselves, and it's vital that we do that, because these are the children that are the protectors. They are the staff in the way, if you want to look at it in that way. Like the left eye, the right eye are both protectors. The eye of Horus, and Anubis is a protector, and they protect in different ways, but to be able to make things balanced, we have to do our part to make sure that certain things are in position to make sure that protection take place, and that's just something that I wanted to put out there. But there is different jobs and talents and purposes for different energies, and I just feel like a lot of times we are too busy with trying to figure out who's better, who's greater, and all of that, to the point where we don't realize that we need balance. There are things that people that's far into the light will not be willing to do, but there's things that need to be done, but they be too scared to because of prosecution, And then it's the people with darker energies, they not scared to get their hands dirty. They'll do that shit, And so it's like being able to actually understand that it's a team effort, when it comes to righteousness, because it doesn't only look one way. It's about the mind and what's the intention of the heart. I explained that already in one of my other videos. And that's important to know. But I was just sitting here just thinking about it because I've actually seen some of these children go through the most challenging things. And we think, as chosen ones, we're like, well, nobody gets targeted like we do, which is true. No one gets targeted like we do. That's the truth about it. But in the same, another way, whenever you want to think about circumstances, it actually changes the outlook, when you think about spiritual circumstances, being able to, get through it because of your spiritual stance. It's harder for people that, have a whole lot more other things that they have, a whole lot more work they have to do, but they want to be able to get it done. It's just harder, and we don't really know what that feels like at this moment, because we've already, did our work and things. And so I want to say forget where you come from, because it's not like you actually been there. It's just having sympathy, and actually understanding the different positions and exactly what moves need to be made. Like, for example, like whenever we see a troubled child that is born into the hood, and he might be bad mouthing everybody, have no respect for elders, trigger happy in a gang somewhere, don't have, anybody that really care about him because he's rude and obnoxious. These kind of children are the ones that are the toughest projects for healers or someone who just want to bring enlightenment to the youth, because it's already an understanding that this child is unruly as in do not respect or answer to authority, have a problem with authority. So when you find this out, they do not respond in that manner, because that's all it is. They do not respond to that. So you have to come with another approach. If you're not willing to compromise with another approach towards that child, leave that child alone. Because at the end of the day, whatever happens with that child, you might hear about it, but you're not there to actually experience it, But how I would feel like should happen with these kind of children is, instead of wanting to be an overruler over that child, let that child know that you want to assist that child. Let them know that you just want to be someone that they can kind of like call on Just be there for questions, some words of wisdom, because a lot of times these children have trust issues, and they're not trying to have anyone assist them with anything if they don't know you, but there's always tests. There's always tests that will be given, and slowly but surely they'll come around, but it's a process. And that's just like with anyone else, or anything else, because in the wild, it's the same thing with a wild animal. You don't just walk up to it and say, now you have to listen to me, try to put a chain on it. You have to do the work to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish with that animal, even if it's just to make sure that it's not coming into your side of the field to attack you, whatever, and this kind of tactic these days people are too prideful to use, because they look at it as, oh, I'm kissing this person's ass, or, oh, I have to do too much work and they should do this X, Y, and Z, and oh, ain't nobody got time for that, and all this other stuff. So they just want to get rid of the problem in a fast way, and it's like, at the end of the day, that's why we lose a lot of our children that have potential. We lose them to wickedness and demonicness. And then we wonder what's going on with the adults, because once they become an adult, it's even worse, unless, they actually go through a transformation, a healing process within the system somehow, some way. But at the end of the day, it's like all that can be avoided if we were to just take the time out and work with these kind of children. And it's not impossible. People have just given up, We're not like our ancestors used to be. There's this saying that says that the children, we get weaker as we get older, or something about the generations get weaker, and the older generation really think that we done got weak and stupid because we're not really providing solutions. All we're doing is like a whole lot of complaining. And our ancestors, they weren't just complaining, even though I wouldn't call what they were going through complaining, but they weren't just speaking out on injustice. They were actually making adjustments. They were coming up with ideas. They were fixing their situation, their circumstances. They were providing solutions, and that's very important for us to know, that we have to provide solutions if we have a problem with things. Don't just spew out a whole lot of what's going wrong. We have to provide the solutions on how it can be fixed, And children that have like certain energies, they will only I noticed they only respond to people that are genuine, and not in like what you say and what you do, it's the inner feeling, you know. Some of them can see your light, but it's usually just how it feels to them, you know. And it's not nothing like adults, because they'll be jealous and envious and stuff like that. Children aren't like that. And that's why I feel like it's important to catch them while they're small. Don't wait till they become adults, you know. And then they have to go through their transformation through the system, or through some big tragedy or something like that, you know, which rarely happens with the tragedy thing or the system thing, but it's possible. But catching them while they're young, you know, before all they have to go through all of that, it's like powerful within itself, because that's when they are still connected spiritually to you know, past lives, and you know, they being able to be empathetic and things like that, even if it seems like the child's not empathetic, you know. It's easier because of that fact. And so you can actually help the child transmute their energy, you know, and show them how to do it. And they can have fun doing it. You know, it's a process, but it takes a lot of patience, you know. And it helps them, because now they grow up into adults. They know how to love those that do not look like them, and love themselves. Last but not least, the most important, to love themselves, because a lot of times, you know, they will look at themselves and feel like, you know, maybe they're not, you know, the best child in the world. So they'll start either overreacting in their role of rebelliousness, and not the good kind, or they'll become too people pleasing. And once they become too people pleasing, they start entertaining all the wrong energies of the world, and they get the tools to destroy themselves, you know. And it's easier for them. You think it'd be easier for chosen ones because, you know, growing up in demonic families, you know, you think that, okay, that attack within itself is an assignment from the devil, which it is. But what we don't take in consideration is the fact that even if we do participate in the things that are being presented to us while we're growing up, nothing is taken away from us. We do not look like what we've been through. You know, we actually get through these things. And I'm not trying to make either situation look better than the other. I'm just saying the differences of the situations, you know. And being a child of, you know, darker energy, you have to worry about, oh, am I going to be like these people? And then you don't want to be, you know, like these other people. And you fight not to, but the temptation is stronger. You know, it's like programming, being able to be programmed. Darker energies are easier to be programmed. Why do you think the government wants to put you in low vibration to be able to program you? Because then it's easier to program you because you're in a lower vibration. That's just something I thought about. I thought I would share it with you all, you know, because it's very important. If you notice, I can't tell nobody what to do with their kids. I always say that because I don't want y'all to think I'm telling y'all what to do, okay? I'm just giving solutions and suggestions, you know? You have a child, or you know a child, you know, you in a family unit that's rebellious, that has darker energy, that's having a hard time, you know, be patient with that child, you know, and just know that that child will learn if you're patient. Love is patient, love is kind, you know, be patient with them. And you have to do a little bit of extra everything. Extra teaching them how to meditate, extra doing rituals over them, and, you know, just work with them in every way possible, you know, because they need it. You know, when I was little, my mom had two of us, me and my brother, right? She bought me a white cat. Her name was Ivory. And she bought my brother a black cat. His name was Frisky. And now I'm older, I know why she did that. But that black cat was crazy too. But yeah, she did that because she was giving us representation of our energy. You know, well, his cat had a little bit of white in it, you know. So yeah. But it was wild because I would always wonder why my cat was like always so friendly. You know, she was loving. She was a very good cat. But his cat was always bouncing off the walls. He was mean. He was biting, scratching. Me, anyway. He didn't do that to my brother. But, yeah, the cats was just like total opposites. But they matched our personalities, you know. And me and my brother, we had got along, but to a certain extent, you know, because it would be like, it's about energy, you know. I would want to be alone, and he would want to be with me like all the time. And he had like this codependency type of personality, because he had to always be up under somebody, you know. And I guess my mom knew that, so it was like she was always spending time with him, like extra time with him, showing him extra attention. And she would always just let me just, you know, be me. You know, we was close, but it wasn't like I had to be up under her, you know. We just had our little, you know, games that we would play. Like, I'll smile at her, she'll smile back at me, things like that. So it just seemed like she felt like he needed her a little bit more. And I was like independent in that way, you know. So that's how it is with the energies. It's like, you know, sometimes these kind of children, they just need someone to hold their hand, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just takes someone to have patience and enough love in their heart to do that. And use of magic, you know, in a good way, light magic, you know, alchemy. I just feel like it's a lot that could be done in this world when it comes to just taking care of the children properly. You know, that's just how I feel. And yeah, that's all this video is consisting of for today. But I hope you all are drinking your water, saying your affirmations, meditating, earthing, staying balanced, and loving yourself. Peace and love.